This is my persuasive speech. Here's my audience. All right. My topic for today is 4-day school weeks. General purpose is to persuade, obviously, and my purpose is to persuade schools and communities to consider switching to a 4-day school week instead of the traditional 5-day school week. Adapting to a 4-day school week might improve, or it can improve, teacher involvement. It improves the students' general well-being and the family's level of satisfaction, which means family bonding time and activities together. Okay. Imagine a schedule where students aren't as stressed, they have more energy, and teachers have more energy, and families have more time together instead of having limited schedules. While all of this is happening, they also have the same amount of or more academic success. I'm going to make a case about the 5-day school week and why it's more of a problem now, and why the 4-day school week is superior, it's more effective and efficient. I took a look at school districts across the U.S., in different parts of the U.S., that have adopted to the change of a 4-day school week, and all of them that I looked through had positive output and positive effects of having a 4-day school week. I don't know if it's just my research that's why I got these results, but from what I've seen, there isn't any school districts that have had overall negative impacts from switching to a 4-day school week. The change of a 4-day school week could impact everyone in the schools, the students, teachers, and the parents, and of course the whole community as well. And because it would affect the academic and emotional / the mental outcomes of students, and overall a better environment for people. The question is that why is there a need for a change? How does a 4-day week offer kind of solutions to the problems that we have already, and what benefits does it give to the future of the schools? So let's look at the current model of the school week right now and why it might not be working as well as it should. The problem with the 5-day school week is that there's teacher shortages nationwide. Basically what this means is that because there's a 5-day school week, teachers aren't applying as much to schools with a 5-day school week, because obviously it's harder, more stress on the teachers too. And on the student side of this, students have more stress and they feel less engaged. They're less involved in not only academics but also extracurriculars. Some of them get stressed to the point where they even drop out of extracurriculars so they can focus on school without not having enough time. And according to the National Center of Education stats, there is a big decline in teacher numbers, and that's a very big concern. And this is especially common in rural and unpopulated districts that are more out in the outskirts of places, not in big cities. And a study published in Education Week says students feel overwhelmed and stressed in the traditional normal 5-day schedule. We need a more flexible approach to teaching children. Now that we've covered why the 5-day week is a problem and isn't as good, let's transition and talk about why the 4-day week is better. The benefits of a 4-day school week are it boosts teacher attention and satisfaction, because the 4-day school week is just overall better for the teachers, less stressful, more time to grade stuff for them, and bigger amounts of satisfaction because they only have to work for a full day of work 4 days a week instead of 5, and that just takes so much less stress off, even if it's just one day. And let's see. It also improves student well-being and improves the school climate, kind of the environment. I use the word climate because climate is a word that kind of insinuates, in the weather, how it's worded with weather as a climate indicates the weather over a long period of time. What this means for schools is that over a long period of time, it will improve student well-being, it'll improve everything, the whole environment of the school will just be better overall in the long run. And it's not just a quick fix that'll instantly present itself as a solution within like the first few weeks. This might not even seem like a very good change in the first year or two, but after that, especially in some of the schools that are like reluctant to switch to this 4-day school week, it will be a lot more effective. And a school in Texas had a 400% increase, which is a lot in applicants for teaching when they switched to a 4-day school week. This means that 400% more teachers just almost instantly applied once they knew that this school was switching to a 4-day school week. That's how much impact it had on the potential teachers. And there are some districts that show less incidents and problems, like that are disciplinary and related to misbehavior when they switch to a 4-day school week. This is according to Waco Tribune. And according to a website called Ed Week, districts are, that was according to Ed Week, and the 400% increase was according to Waco Tribune. Okay. What might schools and communities look like with only the change of one day? So why not change to a 3-day week, but why change to a 4-day week? This because I think that 2 days would obviously be too much, but 1 day still seems like enough. There are some people that think like, oh, it's only 1 day, it won't matter that much, but I think it will be enough to make an impact. So the positive impact of a 4-day school week. Families would be more flexible for their schedules, like things like appointments and activities that bond their families together, like vacations or just small trips. Because the day that would probably be removed from the school week is probably Friday, and Friday is already common for family activities and stuff like that, so they'd be even more common because no school means the kids are free and they'll be able to go on more activity days with their families. And students get more time for clubs, sports, even jobs, and they just get overall more time for any extracurricular things. So this means that students won't have to feel forced to quit any sports, because obviously kids love doing sports a lot. They don't want to quit that no matter what, but sometimes they have to. And in Floresville, school district parents, they supported the 4-day model over the 5-day model, according to Express News. So this means that parents are in support of this choice. And Life School, this is from Life School's website. They're a nonprofit organization. Their website had a report that showed a drop in stress and increase in energy in students and staff. Overall, a 4-day school week helps teachers and stay in schools, students stay more energized and be eventually more academically successful, and families overall have more time to be with each other. So I think schools need to adopt a better schedule, this 4-day schedule. This would create an environment that students can feel less pressure, and creating this environment should be a top priority of all school districts. Thank you.